Morning and welcome to our weekend reviews here on the income stream. Today we are reviewing websites and YouTube channels, perhaps yours, and we're all going to learn together. So we do this every Saturday. It's always a lot of fun. I can give you my first impression, my first reaction to certain things, and I can also help you along the way too. Don't worry, I don't bite, but I am honest and I want to critique you so that you can get better too. Happy weekend, everybody. If you're here watching live, say hello to your friends here. If you are watching the replay, hashtag Team Replay in the comments section, and I just appreciate you and your time today. We're gonna have some fun, so stick around and welcome to the income stream.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Flynn.
Welcome in, everybody. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm excited to review your stuff and leave you my first impression and critique and give you constructive feedback, and also give you some props where props are due. Props meaning, like bruh props. What's up, chat? Welcome in. If you are a member here, what's up? Use your favorite emoji. Let me know how you're feeling today. What are your plans for the weekend? I'm just going to share something really quick. Literally nothing. We went to the beach yesterday, which was really fun, which means, in fact, that we did not live stream yesterday on Twitch like we were supposed to, or like we normally do on Fridays. We're actually moving that to later today. So probably around after lunchtime, 1 p.m. Pacific-ish, we're going to be live streaming. We might live stream some Fortnite together as a family, and we might also live stream a brand new game. If you want to find us there, twitch.tv/hotcoalsonly. twitch.tv/hotcoalsonly. So we're going to go around, and the way that we do this is essentially it's just kind of crowdsourced here in the chat. I used to have a mechanism for collecting these ahead of time, and sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't. People would submit their stuff, and then they wouldn't be here when we would review, and I'd love for you to be here if we're going to be reviewing your stuff. Before we get to reviewing your stuff, and in fact, let me get a pen and paper really quick just to make sure I can keep track of those who we will be serving today in just a moment. I do want to tell you exactly kind of what we're hoping to achieve, and who we're looking for, and what we're looking for, if that makes sense. So here is the rundown. This is kind of what the educational piece of this is going to be. So number one, what I'm looking for when I go to a website or a YouTube channel is I just want to know, does it tell me who this is for and what's in it for me? Like, I just want to know, like, hey, is this clear on who is it for and what's in it for me, right? There's so many other websites out there. There's so many other people and brands and YouTube channels and et cetera that are fighting for everybody's attention. So the quickest and easiest way to grow is to help people who eventually find you realize that this is the place they need to continue to come back to or stick around, right? You can't grow if people are coming to your webpage and it's not really clear if and what happens when people get there and who is it for, right? Yes, we want traffic, we want all these things, but serving that traffic is going to be subpar if you don't necessarily share who you are and what you're about. So that's number one. Number two, are you helping me know what to do first, right? So when I'm on this page or when I'm on your YouTube channel, is it in such a way where I can understand, okay, if I might need some help, where do I go? Where do I go from here? On websites, I'm typically looking for either click here to get started or just some sort of navigational item that allows me to understand how to wayfind my way through your stuff, right? This is the symbol for wayfinding through anything, right? Like this. And on a YouTube channel, I'm specifically looking for maybe some of your most popular videos or categories, playlists that help me unpack the loads of content that you might have and what might be of interest to me. So that's number two. Number three, how am I connecting to you versus others? So what is it that's unique about your brand, your website, your offerings? What is special about it that's different from others so that I can know, okay, there's something different here and I've landed on something great. You want people to, when they find you, to go, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I was looking for the entire time. Where have you been my whole life? That's the kind of reply or response that we want for people who come across our stuff. We don't want them to go, I mean, I don't know what, like, I might as well go back to so-and-so because, I'm used to their stuff, versus, oh my gosh, this is new, this is different. Like, how am I going to understand that this is a different place than the others? So that's number three. Number four is non-essentials and distractions, right? Meaning, okay, sometimes we try to get fancy and maybe it doesn't work out. I'm going to point some of those things out. And number 5, branding and design. So we have a special guest in the house today. I want to all of us, let's welcome Charlie. Charlie is a good friend of mine. She works over at ConvertKit, but is also just an amazing designer and human being in general. And she's asking, how do we submit our sites and channels for review? So simply, I'm going to crowdsource them from the chat here, and all you have to do is share what it is that you want reviewed, and I can go there and find it. If you have a website, pop in your website. Try to get creative with how you put that website in, meaning instead of .com, maybe spell out dot in parentheses and then com, because YouTube will sometimes retract or hold back those messages from coming through. I do see some of them, that even the ones that are retracted sometimes, and I can review those too. And if you have a YouTube channel, just say, hey, I'd like my YouTube channel reviewed, and I'll come and find you. So since you're here, and I would love to serve you, Charlie, because you've served me before. Charlie has been a guest here on the YouTube channel way back when talking about freelancing. She is an amazing freelancer, helps other freelancers and specifically freelance designers, but definitely worth checking out. Her channel's exploded. She's doing amazing. House of Films TV, can I super chat to have houseofdictionary.com reviewed? You don't have to super chat, you can get lucky, but because I see your comment here, I'd be more than happy to review your stuff as well. So I'm going to write you down, houseofdictionary.com. I got you. I'm going to review you after I review Charlie, and I want to make sure that, and I think that what might happen, and of course I'm also going to offer feedback where I can, but I definitely want to have you see a great example of somebody, especially somebody who's been doing this for a while and understands how YouTube works, how she's done it, so that you can pull inspiration from her as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to YouTube, and we're going to have our own first impression, Urban Chickadoodle. That's right, Urban Chickadoodle. I'll review your channel as well. And I'll spend about 5-10 minutes for each of these. I did say last week that I was going to review your stuff. I'd love some advice on my personal site. You got it. Okay, so I'm going to go to CharlieMarieTV on YouTube first, just to kind of show people around and offer some sort of inspiration for people. But then I want to go to your CharlieMarie.com website and help you out as well. And we'll spend about 5 minutes on Charlie, then we're going to go to houseofdictionary.com and then Urban Chickadoodle, and then I'm going to look at the chat again to see who else I might be able to serve. So let's get right into it. So I'm going to go to Charlie Marie on YouTube, and we're going to go to her YouTube channel, which is right here, which is really fantastic. And I'm going to pop up here on the lower left-hand corner so that you can see everything that I'm seeing here as well. Now, what I always look for first when I come into a YouTube channel is just, how am I going to understand who is this for and if it's for me, right? So we see already some really nice colors, some really nice fonts. She's a designer again, which is really great. I like her avatar, nice smile. Sometimes we try to put brand photos or try to put too much in the little avatar, but Charlie with also purple hair, and she has amazing hair and color in it as well. It all matches, right? So brand, I wouldn't expect anything less from a designer and somebody who knows what they're doing design-wise. But let's look at the messaging really quick. Charlie Marie, design and creativity, new video every week. I love that when I love when people put, okay, here's how often you're going to get videos, because it helps people understand that this is active and what to expect when they subscribe to a channel. I would, and what I often recommend here, Charlie, is adding a little bit of a tagline or something that helps me connect with you even more, because there's a lot of other channels, for example, that do design and creativity. And obviously you've grown so big even without this, but I always recommend, how can I understand that this design and creativity channel is one that's worth following and one that's different than others, right? I love when you go inside your own business and you share and reveal a lot that other people don't. So maybe a play on that. Inside the life of a designer and creator to help you achieve the life of your dreams too. I'm just making this up as we go, right? But, and yes, Urban Chickadoodle, I got you. Okay, cool. So again, great first impression. I would love to take that design and creativity element one step further to connect with me, the viewer, who perhaps is just finding you for the first time. I know a strength of yours is when people start watching your videos, just how easy it is for you to connect with them. So you've been doing some, I think, live streams here, which is really awesome. But I want you all to check out these thumbnails, right? She has really great, cute thumbnails, designs that are very much up her alley. And if we scroll down a little bit, they all have the sort of same theme, right? With a border on the outside And again, her stuff is specific for designers. I want to go to one particular video so we can maybe watch part of it. And then I want to go to the website, which is going to help you most. Do you have a popular videos playlist? Having a popular videos playlist is really, really important, I found, for especially YouTubers, because it's almost like when you go to a restaurant. You go to a restaurant and there is, you know, the menu. And on this menu, there are, thank you for the super chat, by the way, Destiny, I appreciate you for that. On the menu, there's a whole bunch of items. And we're here right now, and we're here looking at the menu. There's so many things. Oftentimes, people want to see what is most popular. What is everybody else dining on? What is everybody else enjoying? And when we see those, it's often sometimes what we want to see first. The other thing I think that's really interesting, Charlie, is that you don't have like a welcome video or a featured video. And actually that surprises me, because what that'll do is it'll autoplay something right here when people come to the home section of your channel. And you can have two options, and this is for everybody. You can have indeed a welcome video, a short 1 to 2 minute welcome video. Here's who I am, here's what I'm about, come join me, subscribe, check out these videos first, etc. Or you can actually include your most popular video. In fact, what I know a lot of people do and what I've been taught is to take a video that you know has produced a lot of subscribers. Not every video is made the same. Not every video you create is going to gain the same amount of subscribers. Pick the one that happens to really, really make an impact and gain a lot of subscribers, and use that as the welcome video. That's what I do, and especially with videos that are more relevant to the times, especially. So just a little bit of a recommendation there, but let's click play on a specific video. And in fact, I want to go to perhaps a more recent one. These are 2 years ago, 2 months ago. Let's see here. How much do web designers earn? Again, this is my salary history. I love that you're diving into a little bit of sort of what's happening on the inside. So let's watch this video.
Negotiations, and talk about the different changes that led to.
And you can see that I started this video earlier. So let's watch the beginning. I want to see, and what I'm looking for is, how are you hooking me into this video? Great camera, great contrast with the background. No comments there other than it's awesome. Love the plant in the background as well. But let's press play and watch this a little bit.
Money and salaries and paychecks. It's all very taboo, isn't it, to talk about how much we get paid? And that's exactly what I want to do in this video, because I don't think that money talk should be a thing that we avoid. The more we talk about how much we earn, the more we can help each other to be paid what we're worth. So right now, I want to take you through my design career so far and my history of raises and negotiations, and talk about the different changes that led to my different salary increases over the past 8 years. A few disclaimers that I want to make.
So really, really clear right off the bat, right? Here's what this video is about. This is why this is a different video, right? She said this is a taboo thing, and now I'm going to talk about it, right? Like, why wouldn't you want to continue watching that? And we teach this. We teach the hook first, and then a little bit of an intro, and you have like a 2-second splash screen. And honestly, less is more sometimes. Sometimes people go 30 seconds into that, and it's like, okay, well, I came here for something. You hooked me, but then it's like, okay, now I'm waiting and waiting and waiting. So I love how you progress through that. The interesting thing is, you did not do any what I like to call pattern interrupts, and I know that's not your style, but it might be worth experimenting with how the camera, you have a lot of you have a giant canvas with your camera to be able to play with, and you could zoom in some parts, especially when you are mentioning certain punchlines of the video, or what I think might be an interesting style for you that wouldn't change things too much, because you know how some people on YouTube, they're like here, and then they pop over to this side and they're talking, and then they zoom in really quick and they zoom out really quick. I know that's not necessarily your style, but one thing Caleb on my team does, who I think you know, Charlie, he in my videos will do a slow zoom, a slow one that's, what's wrong with my voice? It's starting to sound like Marge Simpson. A slow pan in. This is a great strategy for those of you who don't want to edit too much, but still want what I like to call pattern interrupts in your videos to hook people in even more, is a slow time, like barely noticeable, slow zoom in. And then at the next sort of sentence or the next section, it comes back out. And you almost don't notice that you're zooming in, but that coming back out is almost like a reset for viewers too. So that's a little bit of a hack in terms of another way to do a pattern interrupt, such as, or you can go big and just be like, yo, gotcha. Anyway, you're doing awesome on your videos, just a little bit of inspiration for people, and the colors, the branding, all on point. If you want to check out Charlie, go and subscribe to her channel. I definitely want to check out your website though, CharlieMarie.com, and let's see what we can do to help you out there. Now, remember, she has a YouTube channel, which is where she's known, 170K subs, congratulations. We want to progress and continue that conversation on a website. So remember the colors, the color scheme that she had there? Well, guess what? She has the same color scheme here too. Great branding, great sort of connection, right? Charlie Marie menu. Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm a designer. I'm passionate about helping creative professionals to increase their worth by improving their craft and process. So mostly clear that who this is for. However, the big thing is like, can you just add a little bit more language that makes me go, ooh, this is for me, right? And there's a really quick and easy trick to do this. The really quick and easy trick is to just use the word you, right? To use the word you. So, hi, I'm Charlie. I'm a designer. I'm passionate about helping creative professionals like you to increase your worth by improving your craft and process. Do you see how just adding a little bit, and I teach this when we discover how to do webinars, when we do videos. I often say, use words like you, because although you are sharing this information with everybody, right, Charlie, you are indeed sharing it with one person at a time. So for you who are watching, make sure you are trying to use you, not you, but, well, you're kind of using you because it's your stuff, but use the word you, sorry, as much as possible, right? Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm a designer. I also would love to see a picture of you, Charlie. Where are you, right? When you're saying hello, you want to show up. It's almost like right now you're like, hey, everybody, my name's Pat. That'd be weird, right? And that's kind of what's happening right here. Sorry, I hope you're not taking offense to any of the information that I'm sharing with you, right? But you're saying hello. So show up and say hello. And you have this incredible style, and I think it's very apparent on your YouTube channel. Why aren't you showing up here on your website, right? So just a little tidbit for you. Also, really cool, and congratulations, you launched your own font recently, which is like super cool, and it looks really amazing. Congratulations, by the way. I love how, and remember when I said here, it's like, what am I looking for? What do you want me to do first? I know that this font of yours is a big deal, and you want people to get access to it. So what do? You literally put it on the homepage, like right there, right? This is the thing. You could also have your photo show up, perhaps like kind of in the middle here. And I know you can design this in a way where you're sort of like holding your hand on here, and it's like you're like looking down or like saying hello, and you're pointing down below. I don't know. There could be some fun things you can do with that, but clear call to action. What is it that you want me to do first? Get your font, right? Like that's really cool, and that makes completely sense. Also, you knowing what's popular in your business, and you're sharing these things. My income streams, right? You are sharing exactly what on YouTube people want. And this is something that I think is really clean and clear here. Again, the design, I have no comments on like how this is laid out. I know this is perhaps a custom website. You bring your YouTube channel into your website, which is really cool. But again, I think we need to show up like really important. We want to continue the conversation from your YouTube channel. In fact, most people are probably finding you on your YouTube channel, and we want to bring them over to your website, if that makes sense, right? Chat, is this making sense? And are you able to sort of go, oh, am I doing that too? So hopefully this is helpful for you as well. Kaylee, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. You're amazing. All super chats, all member fees this month go to polarisproject.org, which is helping to put a stop to human trafficking, which is terrible. It's happening right under our noses, and I'm thankful for those of you who want to provide support for that this month. And we are closing in on the end of the month, so I'm going to tally up the numbers very soon. My family and I are going to donate as well on top of the donations that are coming in from here too. And again, thank you for that. Hey, Mai in the house. Mai, thank you so much for being a part of Team Flynn Platinum. I appreciate you. You are amazing. I appreciate you. Anyway, going back here, on YouTube that certain things are working. Why are most people not pulling these things onto their website, right? Not just displaying the same thing, but you're breaking it down in the same kind of way like you do in your YouTube videos, which is great. Let's see if I can offer any sort of constructive criticism here. Podcast, you have a podcast, so listen to the show. One thing that's great is you can, if you have a podcast, A great strategy that a lot of people are focusing on is like, how do I pull in that podcast to get people and make it easier for them to actually listen, right? So right now, I have to go to your homepage. Sue, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you. We got Callie there, and we got Sue who just left a super chat. But what I was saying was with relation to a podcast, if you have people who are on your website, it's a great opportunity to introduce them to your podcast. However, on your website currently, I almost missed it, right? So if I scroll down here, thank you, Sue, for the super chat, by the way. But if I scroll down here, podcast, it's like literally just a little piece on the left-hand side here on the bottom, which I'm probably going to miss because it actually blends in very, very well with everything else. Like, and that's a compliment in terms of design, but I think we can work on how can we display the podcast. So there's a couple things you can do. You can include a section of the homepage. If I go to smartpassiveincome.com and I scroll down, you'll see that there's a section where you can actually listen to the podcast right here. It's displayed, it's separate. Actually, we designed it in a way to almost look like a mobile device where you can actually subscribe. There's some social proof here, and you can actually go and listen to some of these episodes like right here on the fly, right? I also have some of my courses and other things. Again, the major things that I want promoted, I actually have like blown out and have in a different section. And on your homepage, I think it would behoove you with all the great content that you have not to do that, right? If that is indeed a main thing that you want people to check out, if that makes sense. Yes, Pat, keep talking about podcast integration. The other thing that you might be able to do is if you check out Fuse, and I don't know if you're on WordPress or not, but this is for everybody. Fusebox.fm is me and Mike. This is the company that I have. Check out on the bottom. What do you see on the bottom of this webpage?
How do you become the most valuable leader? Leadership.
So this is a sticky player that comes with the podcast player that we have here. And I believe this is the only place you can get one of these right now. But this is just a baked-in feature within Fusebox.fm. And this is, yes, I said behoove, Biano, which I've only said after I started the live stream. I don't know where that word came from or what have you. But yeah, behoove. I want a shirt that just says behoove, but it's like a bee with hooves. Anyway, lost some viewers there, but that's okay. We're all good. We all good. We all good. So the sticky player on Fusebox is one that you could pull and use, and it actually can play your latest episode across any web page, if that makes sense. So yes, great question here from Consult the Blind Guy. I did see your comment about office hours yesterday. I'm sorry you were unable to join for some reason, but it was able to happen. Would you recommend having your value proposition as a tagline for your header? Thanks again for everything. Having your value proposition and your tagline can be the same thing, and displaying that is obviously something you want to do, because oftentimes on our websites, we literally have 7 to 10 seconds before a person leaves, gets up, and goes away forever, right? So that value proposition is key, but a tagline can be different too. A tagline can be a little bit more creative or a little bit more fun, but again, it should include some way or method to connect with somebody, right? If that makes sense. AV says, behoove shirt design coming up. I was just kidding about that, by the way. Let's see. Question, website name, brand name versus your own name, benefits and disadvantages. What is better? Is there a better? So using your own brand name versus, and by the way, Charlie, thank you so much for allowing me to review your stuff. I'm going to move on and we're going to review House of Dictionary and then Urban Chickadoodle and their Urban. You want me to review your YouTube channel, right? I'm going to review houseofdictionary.com, but stick around for Urban Chickadoodle's YouTube channel review if that's indeed what you want me to review. If you want me to review a website, let me know differently. Maybe behoove. Let's have that be like a secret word that I should try to include every single time. And every time I forget to do it, chat, remind me the next day, and then I'll do, I don't know, 25 push-ups or something. Yo, Charlie. Seriously, you didn't have to do that. Seriously, these reviews are free. These things are just here because I want to serve, and I owe you because you've given us a platform to look at, and we can all improve as a result. But Charlie, thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate you, and to help put a stop to human trafficking this month with PolarisProject.org. Just thank you, Charlie. I appreciate you. Behoove is a secret word. If I don't mention it, if you come on the live stream and I don't mention it, I need to be, maybe that means I have to play Watch Your Mouth or something. I don't know. We'll figure out what the punishment is, but I'll have to mention that in some way, shape, or form in context every single day here on the stream. And I think we're at 164 now straight. We're about 200 away from 365, which is pretty crazy. So anyway, behoove. I have to include it in a legit manner. So yeah, there we go. Fantastic. Brand name versus personal branding. So there is no wrong answer. You can succeed with both. I think it depends on your approach. Personal brands have a wonderful way to build a relationship with people, right? Personal brands, you know the person behind it. And if that's the case, then everything else on your website should have you as be a part of it, right? You don't have to have the website name be your name to still have a personal brand, by the way. For the longest time, for the longest time, whoa. I had smartpassiveincome.com and it was just me. And I was the brand behind smartpassiveincome.com. It just wasn't my name. And so you can still have a branded website URL, but it's in the way that you show up. It's in how you practice what you preach and how you share those mechanisms. Now we're actually building SPI in a way where now the team members are almost coming up to the level at which I am at as well, to provide value, to serve, to be recognized, etc. Especially within SPI Pro, a lot of the team members are actually taking control of a lot of those things, like the book club and the challenges and whatnot. Anyway, there is no wrong answer. There is no wrong answer. Let's see. Just writing down another one here. Okay. Let's move on. I'm gonna review a website now. This is gonna be housadictionary.com. So how's you doing today? I'm sorry. The dad jokes just come out of me and I don't like it sometimes. Oh, HAUSA, sorry. Now I'm gonna look at this first and I'm gonna housadictionary.com. Okay, so I went to housadictionary.com and I went to a wiki style page, and it says, and I don't know if this is because you don't have a platform to share this information instead, but it's interesting to me that this is where I landed. Hello, Sanu. It's an online bilingual dictionary that aims to offer the most useful and accurate Hausa to English, English to Hausa translations and definitions. This site contains a wide range of, and I don't know why this is all linked. Each word here is linked for some reason. I don't know. I'm not, it just looks like this is using some sort of platform to be able to do some translations, which is pretty cool. But there's something going on here with the description. Every word is clickable. I don't know. I honestly, I'm not great at strategies on wiki style pages. There's a lot of information, including here on YouTube, about how one might be able to benefit from creating pages like this. And perhaps what might happen is if you could include an integration with this on a more brandable website, then it wouldn't be so, oh, what am I doing here? Like I have to go, and this is the big lesson here, and we'll finish off, unfortunately, because there's not much to do here other than just share with you my first impressions. And my first impression is, it took me a while to figure out what this was even about. You have a lack of control when you build your platform on things like this, where they control the way things look, they control how people perceive what it is that's here, versus if you had a web page, even if it doesn't even have to be completely designed out like Charlie's or anybody else's, it just has to be something that helps people go, hey, here it is. So I would say Hausa to English translator. English to Hausa translator. And that way you can also get found, because I would imagine that if you go to Google, right, you're going to be competing against all these pages, all these different translations, these translation areas, right? So if I go to here and see, it's a little bit more, hey, this is what it's about, go here, go here. When I go to your page here, it's not quite exactly seeing where I even do this. I almost like missed the search bar here. So I apologize. I don't have too much else to say here other than I would explore how you might be able to create a website perhaps on another platform, maybe integrated with the translator, so that I can have a better experience. I can actually perhaps get even more information. And also you have a lack of control here as far as how you might be able to monetize this, or how you might be able to put ads on it and whatnot. and taking those people's experiences. I know some translators who do really well by getting people, yes, what they want, the translation, but then offering them more information about how to go on trips to that particular area or how to find and connect with other people so they can practice those languages. And it ties into Rosetta Stone and some other language creation platforms. That dictionary is Hausa, my second language. That's really cool. That's awesome. So anyway, I apologize I'm not able to go a little bit further there, but let's move on to Urban Chickadoodle here on YouTube. So I'm going to go back to YouTube and let's go to Urban Chickadoodle and see what we come up with. All right. So here we are, Urban Chickadoodle. Love the artwork. It's very eye-catching, which I really love. I'm having a hard time finding the information that I need, though. Urban farming, new videos weekly. Unfortunately, especially when people are viewing where? They're reviewing on their phones. So we have to be careful with cursive writing where we really want people to see what our stuff is about, because especially on a phone, scripted fonts get tightened and they are much harder to read, if that makes sense. Thank you, Xenia, talking about my shirt. This is a shirt from Cozy. Cozy is a brand that enables people in the real estate, specifically landlords, to get access to resources and stuff, which is really cool. And I like Cozy, and I just want to be cozy today. It's a Cozy t-shirt. I hope you're having a cozy time here too. Anyway, so urban farming, new videos weekly. I would potentially even just make it simple and have what you can do with these images. One thing that I love to do is if I have trouble like finding areas to write, like again, you chose the two parts of the one image that has some room, right? But even then, the white font on the somewhat white background with some other stuff here. I like the chicken almost looking over that, which is kind of cool. But if I go to Photoshop, I'm just going to show you a fun little trick that, by the way, I'm trying to design a coffee emoji. Look at that. And it just didn't work out. And so I apologize. I'm working on it, yo. For the members here, you get access to emojis. I'm working on a coffee emoji. It's not working out. I know I need some design help on that one. But anyway, I'm going to go to... actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screenshot of your artwork, and maybe we can just see what I can do to work on top of that, right? Just kind of live here with us. So I'm going to take a screenshot of this, and I'm going to pop this into Photoshop. And I'm going to just show you a neat little trick to just make it easy for yourself. You can use this on Canva and other places as well. But this is a really easy trick that we can do to capture the essence of what we want to do for people on really busy images. So here we are, and let's see if I can just open this up for everybody. So here I am in Photoshop, right? And urban farming, that's really important. There's a certain connotation there, and new videos weekly. So a quick and easy way to do this is I'm just going to create a new layer. I'm going to create a shape, and I might do something like, let's see, what color do I want to pull out? I just might use black. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to create a little box like that. And this is where I'm going to write something like urban farming, right? Oops, not there, not like that. And I'm going to go here. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. So what I'm doing is I'm essentially putting a shape. And this is probably not the best font either, so I might change this because, again, this is a little bit bubbly of a font. And when you get into bubbly fonts, it definitely, especially at the, I'm just going to do maybe something like that for now. I'm going to make this rectangle a little bit larger. And again, just putting this background on like that could work really well. And then what I like to do is make the rectangle a little bit transparent. So something like that. Right? So urban farming, try to center it. And again, I'm just kind of doing this on the fly. And I might take this rectangle and do the same thing. Made easy. Right? And I might do one more rectangle down here. And it's not showing up where I'm not centering this properly, but I'm just kind of giving you a demo here. Urban farming, made easy, videos weekly. And I'm a little embarrassed because Charlie's here and she's like a master at this stuff. So I'm like trying to do this on the fly without embarrassing myself. But maybe like that even, right? or that it could be centered. But you see how it just pops a little bit more. Now I know more clearly. I haven't changed the background at all, and I can just make it a little bit easier for me to just display what I want to display. So hopefully that makes sense. But going back to Urban Chickadoodle here, let's see. Scrolling down, let me pop my head out of there so we can see everything. Number 1, thumbnails. Not bad. Not bad, actually. The thumbnails do tell part of the story of the video, and that's sort of what I'm looking for. You could include some text on top of the videos if you'd like, but you don't have to. I think with the title and the thumbnail, they kind of play a role together, right? So how we clean our chicken coop. And I think for this image in particular, there's so much going on in the background. It might be interesting to instead have a close-up video of maybe some, like you want a little bit of curiosity in there. So either you in front of, again, this background, I would say that also on the thumbnail, this Urban Chickadoodle, it can't be seen. It's too small. It almost kind of just looks like a white dot there. So I would either blow up the icon and remove the imagery. That way it's consistent all the way through in your videos. And I think that's okay. That's a great strategy, actually, to have some sort of visual component within the thumbnail of each video. That way, when it shows up in the recommended areas, it's just recognizable. But right now, it's almost doing you a disservice because it's unable to be seen, if that makes sense. And it, but like, say, for example, this thumbnail, really, really cute, bathing silky chickens. The one thing I would recommend is let's expand that title a little more. You have about 100 more characters to work with. Bathing silky chickens. 2 quick tips. Bathing silky chickens. Don't make these mistakes. Bathing silky chickens. Something surprising happened. Right? Do you see what I'm trying to do here? I'm trying to add some element that makes me go, okay, bathing silky chickens. I have to really like chickens to really want to see this, or just know your brand already and want to watch this video. But I think that adding a little bit of okay, what am I going to get out of this? Or what's the story here? What's surprising about this? Could be really interesting. I do want to click and actually watch this video to see how you sort of hook me in. In fact, these kinds of videos here are the ones that are going to take off for you. How to grow lemon tree from seed. It would just either lemon trees or a lemon tree from seed, 0 to 3 years. This looks really cool though. I wish this lemon was in focus because this is in fact the subject matter of the video, and of course we can take out the sticker too. It almost makes me go, are you growing a tree or are you sharing a piece of lemon that you got from the grocery store? Because there's a sticker on it, right? And if you're growing your own lemon tree, there wouldn't be a sticker on it. But you can easily fix that in Photoshop. The nice thing about thumbnails is you can always change them later. But these kinds of videos, these how-to videos, are the ones that sometimes start really slowly, but over time, especially if you can hook people in the beginning, which is why I want to watch, in fact, this video and see how you hook me in. These are the videos that you'll see that like sit dormant for a few months and then boom, they just kind of explode, which is pretty crazy. Yo, we got a new member in the house. Who's that? House of Films. Yo, thank you for joining Team Flynn Gold. I appreciate you. But I think that other than the lemon sticker and the clarity of the lemon, I think this is a great thumbnail. And you have the potted plants there, which is cool. So I'm going to watch this video. And again, just keep improving these videos over time because you'll find that these, especially how-to videos, work really well. Cool. See, this one makes sense. How to grow avocado tree from store-bought seed. This is a store-bought avocado, so that makes sense to me. So anyway, let's watch this video and see how you hook me in, if that makes sense. I want to be intrigued.
Hello and welcome to Urban Chickadoodle. My name is Melissa. If you are new here, welcome to our flock. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to take this store-bought lemon and turn it into some lemon trees.
Ah, okay. So this is, you are doing the same thing. You're taking a store-bought lemon. I did not know that. I did not get the sense of that. How to grow lemon tree from store-bought seeds, or how to grow a lemon tree from lemons you buy at the store, right? That would be a much better representation of what the video is about, right? Because now if I expected that maybe I already had lemon seeds available, and then I see that you're taking lemon seeds from store-bought, and that's kind of what the subject matter of the video is, there's a little bit of a disconnect there, right? So I think that we need to continue the story from the thumbnail to title to hook. Great hook, by the way. I like the hook. I think one thing you can add, and again, this is what I recommend for everybody, especially on YouTube. It is so important. We need to see EJ here says, oh, now I get the sticker on the lemon. So I apologize, I didn't see that or notice that before, but it wasn't clear to me just by looking at the thumbnail or the title that that's what the video was about. Now, this is really cool because it's like, well, I have lemons from the store. I can perhaps not have to go to the store anymore, right? So this is where, great intro, love the framing here, very friendly. I'm like in your backyard or in some sort of patio. I love the look of it. The framing is really nice. You have the subject matter in the background. I really love that. But meow meow to you too, Ultra. I think that on the hook, which was pretty decent, let's play it one more time. I would only add one or two more things.
Hello and welcome to Urban Chickadoodle. My name is Melissa. If you are new here, welcome to our flock. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how to take this store-bought lemon and turn it into some lemon trees. So what you'll want.
Great. So the one thing I would add to that is, I mean, it was perfect, except for why people need to stick around to watch this video, right? Meaning, I would do something like, hey, in this video, I'm going to show you how to take store-bought seeds from a lemon that you might have sitting in your house right now and turn it into trees like this. Because it's store-bought, there's 3 specific things you need to do, or else this is not going to work at all. Let's get into it, right? So do you see what I did there? I gave you a reason to go, okay, I need to make sure I watch this because I don't want to make these mistakes, right? You might also go and stick around because I'm going to tell you how long this takes. I'm going to tell you all the materials that you might need and how to make it as easy for you as possible. So typically, I like to offer 3 things within things like this for a hook, right? 3, the power of 3. 3 is a good number specifically for things like this. Doug says, charming, nice opening, how to turn store-bought lemons into lemon trees. There's a great title right there. How to turn store-bought lemons into lemon trees. And then you can even have on your thumbnail like an arrow pointing at the one from the sticker to the tree that you have at home. And then the open, you don't have to change the video. We're just letting you know for the future. But this is really great. Let's see. And I love the close-up view that you have now, but hopefully that makes sense in terms of, okay, how can we add just a little bit of a benefit or a reason to stick around and watch this video? And I know it might seem a little bit deceiving or a little bit markety to do that, but you have to do this on YouTube. YouTube retention rates are super low because people want to go to videos that are more entertaining or give them the information that they need. So we have to use these strategies in our videos, right? We have to use these strategies in our videos. Dove says, hey, Chickadoodle, I just subscribed. I'm very interested in this type of farming. Yeah, I mean, this could even be like a series of videos. And I see you have an avocado one, you have a lemon one. Like, I would love to also see, when you do this in the future, you at the grocery store. Hey, I'm at the grocery store, and I can't wait to take some of the stuff that's here and turn it into trees, so I never have to come back here again, or something like that. Maybe not, but you know, in the moment at the store where people who are likely going to be at the grocery store again, this is really cool. You can see how excited people are about this topic, right? Maybe there's even a name for this series: from store to backyard, or from store to tree, and then you're like, hey, I'm at the store today. I found these amazing microgreens, right? And these microgreens are really cool because they already have their roots are still intact. So what we're gonna do is see if we can take these microgreens from the store and grow them at home. And I'm gonna share with you 3 specific things we need to do to make sure this happens, and a big failure that I made too the first time I did this. Wow, okay, so hopefully that makes sense. So I would lean into that because that, you can tell already here, there's a lot of people who are reacting to that. I don't know if this is making sense or is helping you out, but hopefully it is. Let's watch a little bit more of this video. I do want to comment that I like the close-up video view. It's almost like I'm over your shoulder, or I am you watching this, which is really cool.
What I'm gonna do is just get a regular lemon store-bought. You can get a Meyer lemon, you can get whatever one you want, and just cut it. Now what you see in here are these little seeds. You want to just take them out, and you can see there's another seed.
Cool. You cut ahead because there was probably some downtime. Very smart. Love it.
Just take it out. This lemon only had 2 seeds in it, which are perfect because if you see, they are decent sized seeds, and I didn't accidentally cut them with the knife. So we will be using these. So now what you want to do is you'll just want to set them aside. And I usually let them sit for about an hour. And the reason why is because you do not want to have to deal with the slime that's on top of it. I ended up finding 3 seeds.
Okay, so a little transition there. Yeah, we don't have to watch any further. This tells me exactly what I need. If you've hooked me in the beginning, this is going to keep me watching all the way through. I will say that one additional item that we can do, especially when we're doing tutorials like this, is you can and you have room to educate a little bit more. You did it just for a second there, you said, and the reason why we want to dry these is because we don't want the slime on it. And if you had the opportunity to, this is where you start to prove yourself as an authority. You can start to add little moments like, I don't know what the name of it, but you can say something like, and you really want to make sure you leave these out to sit and dry, because right now, if you feel these, you can see there's like a little bit of a slimy texture to them. That slime is actually what is keeping the seed from germinating inside the lemon, which is a good thing when it's inside the lemon. But now that they're out, we want them to germinate, so we need to dry them out first. So it's almost like, oh, I didn't know that, right? And it's like, ooh, this person knows what they're talking about. And it doesn't have to be like super sciencey. You just explain it in your own way, right? And that's actually what hooked me into Sean Stevenson when it came to health and fitness. He adds a little bit of science and some proof with what he's talking about. Epic Gardener, who Kevin Espiritu, who actually lives in San Diego here with me, he adds a lot of, hey, and this is the reason why you want to do this. I remember a video where he was transplanting a tomato plant. And when he was transplanting this tomato plant, he was saying like, oh, and make sure you prune these little leaves on the bottom. You see these new leaves that are coming out on the bottom? You actually want to get rid of them. And I know you might be like, why would you want to get rid of them? They're new. But here's the trick. You want to plant your tomato seeds really deep, because see all these little fibers on here? Each of these little fibers wants to look for soil and become a new root. And we want our tree to be as strong as possible. So we're actually going to plant it pretty deep like this. And he shows you, and he has the same kind of camera angles as you. So that's what I'd recommend doing. Adding even a little bit of some education in there can help it go a very, very, very long way in terms of, oh, this person is like the authority, right? You don't want to spend too long on that, because then it's like, well, that's not what I came here for. But when you add just a little bit of that education on top of the entertaining and why people are there, man, it's a match made in heaven, and we can go from there. What's up, Carrie? Good to see you here. American Prince Charles. Love that idea, says Urban Chickadoodle. Awesome. Wonderful job. Let's explore a little bit more, and then I want to review CommercialRealtorTC.com if you're still around. I think that was Tondalea, right? So here's another video 4 weeks ago. Same kind of thing.
Hi, and welcome to Urban Chickadoodle. My name is Melissa. If you're new here, welcome to our flock. Growing up, we would always grow avocado plants from seed. It was kind of like a fun activity, kind of a science experiment, and it was always exciting watching.
What is this CD in the background, though? Do you see that? That's kind of cool. That caught my attention.
A seed turned into a plant. So in today's video, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to grow an avocado tree from seed. So let's get started. The first thing you want to...
Okay, so very similar style. Again, hook we need to improve on when you do these videos in the future. People who might not know that you were standing in front of an avocado tree, I think. Were you? I'm not sure. But you could even show that as proof, like, hey, and you can perhaps one day take the avocado that you ate and use the seed to grow a tree just like this, right? Or have an avocado in your hand with a sticker on it. Or again, you're at the grocery store doing the whole sort of like story related thing. You can even get a little bit more personable in this and go, hey, I just had this amazing sandwich, but we here don't like to let everything go to waste. And you see this seed? This came from the avocado that we just ate, and we want to plant this in the ground so we can get more beautiful avocados like this too. that we can use to eat and to even give away to our friends. Now it's like, oh, I want to give away avocados to my friends too. I can do this. I just threw away an avocado yesterday. And a little just more like showing people what it is that they're going to get before they get it kind of thing, right? And that's the tree behind you and whatnot. So that could be really cool. The CDs are used to keep crows and animals away. That is dope. Do a video about that. How we recycle CDs in our garden. And you can even have a super clickbaity thumbnail of like of CDs being crunched and put into dirt to make it look like you're using it as mulch, even though you're not. But you have to kind of get a little bit exaggerated on thumbnails in order to capture people's attention. And there was a video of Peter McKinnon in one of his videos where he took a knife and put it on a lens, and it's like, why is he doing that? And he was doing it because he was creating a reflection with his knife, but it looked like he was slicing his lens off, and it made you want to click moving forward, if that makes sense. Cool. This is really neat. Let's look at the description really quick. Learn how to grow an avocado tree from a store-bought seed by watching this video. I will show you the step-by-step process for growing this plant. One thing that you can do is you can divide this into different sections. So you can have a timeline, right? And this would help also for SEO purposes on YouTube. So what you can do is in here, go 0:00 intro. Let's see, 0:23 extraction, 0:39 peeling, 1-00 rooting. And what will happen is not only will they be clickable down here in the description, but you'll actually be able to see the chapters essentially within the timeline up above, which is really cool too. So yeah, now I'm getting hungry. I want like a big breakfast with some avocado and stuff too. I love that you're using hashtags in here. Follow me on Instagram. That's really cool. You can have the direct link to your Instagram channel here, by the way, not just follow me here, but actually Instagram.com/urbanchickadoodle. That way I can literally just click on it. And I see that you have your address here as well. I'm hoping that's like a P.O. box. We don't necessarily want to put our exact location into the into our description unless it is indeed like a store or whatnot. But even then, we need to be careful on YouTube, right? And then you have the link to its own video here too, which is kind of interesting. I would link to other videos in this series too. Click here to see how to grow a lemon from store-bought lemons, and like I would just go into that as well. Cool. Pat already had his breakfast. Coffee. Indeed. I need to go back over a lot of my older videos and add timestamps. Such a cool YouTube feature. Been using it for my podcast so far. Yes. Cool. Fantastic. So Urban Chickadoodle, I hope that's helpful. Again, and going back to your channel here, a welcome video could go a long way. And look, you just gained a couple subscribers here, which is pretty amazing. But love these things. Love the wholesome feel of the channel. I love how you're bringing me inside of your farm and kind of showing me around. I love how you are creating these really cool topics that people are really interested in. I would just take that a little bit further, hook people in the beginning of your videos. Let's work on the artwork a little bit to change things around and make it a little bit more clear. And then finally, just continue moving forward and work on those thumbnail to title to hook and transition interactions. So well done. And yeah, cool stuff. Cool stuff. All right, we're going to review one more website, and it's Tondelea's here, I think. CommercialRealtorTC.com. Hopefully this pops up. KW. Oh no, was this KWAT Comedy? I think this was KW. No, it's Tondelea. Cool. Okay. So KW Commercial, your business partner in commercial real estate. So first of all, that's quite low on the page, the your business partner in commercial real estate. It's quite low on the page for some reason. So there's a little bit of a, like you could move that up. The more stuff above the fold, the better, if that makes sense. And also it's a little bit blending into the background a little bit. You can either make the background image a little bit darker, or you can have a little bit of a background behind the text alone. But we are dedicated to helping entrepreneurs, business owners, and residential agents with their commercial real estate needs. Wow, very clear in terms of who this is for. And sorry, Kwalk, I just saw KW up here, so that's why I remembered you, but I remember now it's Tondelea. Hence the TC in Commercial Realtor TC, right? Tondelea Carter. Love this image, very, very friendly. Start today, you're telling me, okay, where can we get started, which is great. how you can help me, some content here, consultation. So this seems to me like the biggest thing that you want to happen here. You want these consultations to go down, right? And again, if you can't move this up, that's fine. I know certain themes have certain limitations, but I'm just offering you like what would be the best practice, if that makes sense. I see that you have this call to action for 15 minutes of free consultation time up here. Also down here, you have, hey, 50 minutes free consultation. Let's talk today. If I click on that. Okay, so because this is the most important thing, I want to talk about this really quick. Whenever we want people to have a conversation with us, mind you, it's a very weird thing to have a phone conversation these days, right? Just in general, right? We always text people, we always email people. And I think the most important thing here is to help people realize what they're gonna get. Oh, this just took me down the page? Yeah, okay. So that took me down the page here. Contact us or contact me. I would focus on the me and the you and the individual language. I think that, and again, your business partner in commercial real estate, are you taking a, hey, work with me approach, and that's the sort of way in, or are you taking a, hey, this is a bigger company and we have the resources all together to help you? You have to pick one, because right now it's like we are dedicated to helping and it seems like less personable, but then you come down here and it's like, boom, here I am, and I'm here to help you too. So is it a we or me sort of situation? Have that go throughout. Love how you're using the words you here. Like with Charlie's, I think up here you can actually say, we are dedicated to, or I'm dedicated to helping entrepreneurs, business owners, and residential agents like you with your commercial real estate needs. Again, just a little bit of a hack there to help me go, this is for me, if that makes sense. Let's talk today again. This takes me down here. So let me talk about this situation. When we want to get people on the phone, when we want a consultation, which is a great way to sell, especially with bigger items like this, you kind of have to have a consultation first to get people to kind of know you and understand who you are and your style and that sort of stuff. That has to happen. But we have to sell that consultation as much as we would sell the product itself. Meaning, hey, contact me here, let's chat, is you're relying on this person being understanding of exactly what they're going to get before they even know what it's about. So we need to sell the 15-minute consultation. What are we going to talk about? How is that 15-minute consultation going to help me? Am I going to be sold to essentially during this time? A lot of people are likely going to feel apprehensive of moving forward and contacting you because they're worried about, is this a sales call? So how can you right here help people feel a little bit more comfortable about what it is that they are going to do in this call? Like what's the goal of this consultation, right? Even just a little friendly reminder, maybe another picture of you. Let's chat today. Would love to just understand what your needs are and see if I can help you out. If not, no worries. I might still be able to help you out anyway, or something like that, right? Just some friendly information, conversational piece that can help me go, okay. And what's the expectation, right? What are the kinds of topics or questions that I'm going to be asking? That you're going to be asking? How's the call broken down? How am I going to reach out to you? Right? Let's talk today. There's a little bit of friction here, if that makes sense. And we need to make this as frictionless as possible, right? Let's see. Scrolling up. Little podcast here. So you have a podcast you can play, which is pretty cool. Adding more information about the podcast would be relevant if you could maybe put this on the right-hand side and have like a paragraph on the left-hand side about the podcast, click play, the kinds of information they're going to get. We want people to click play on the podcast because that's an introduction to you. It's almost like a consultation without actually the scary thought of like having an actual phone conversation with somebody, if that makes sense. Let's see, let me click play.
If you have questions, go ahead and send us a message using the link in the show notes. Your questions may be incorporated into a future episode, and if it is, we'll notify you. The Unpolished MBA conversation continues, and you can be a part of it by going to unpolishedmba.com.
Okay, so right here, it almost seems a little bit separate from everything else that's going on. So a little bit of a paragraph. I'm not saying you should remove it. I think it's now I'm hearing your voice. I'm hearing the voice that I would potentially hear on a phone call. And that is really, really important. I love that. I hope on the podcast, you're helping people understand that they can have a consultation call with you and that you have this other stuff going on because they're hearing your voice. They will now want more of you, if that makes sense. And then, so what I was saying, just a little bit of a paragraph. Oh, that's not me. I'm a guest on this podcast. Oh, okay. I did not know that. So Tandalea here is saying, that's not me. I'm a guest on this podcast. So we need to know, I expected that this was you. So hopefully that information helps you perhaps position this a little bit more. That's more now of an authority play. Hey, I was a guest on this podcast. On this podcast, I talk about X, Y, and Z. Come and listen to see my style and see how we might be able to work together, if that makes sense. So that makes sense now and why it seemed a little bit different. But again, I did not know that. It almost made it seem like it was yours, or if you can provide more information about how and why this is awesome. It is awesome. It adds more authority and more expertise in your hands being a guest on this MBA show. Let's share that. Like, don't be afraid to just toot your own horn a little bit, if that makes sense. It would behoove you not to do that. So a little bit of information there to set that up would be great. Let's see. I love this text here. You are my focus. And again, is it we understand or I understand? Again, that language should be consistent all the way through. Don't go it alone. I think that the one thing I'm missing is like, how can I paint a picture of what my future will be like after working with you, right? When we're selling anything, either whether it's a 15-minute call or an actual, whole agency type thing, or even a digital product, we need to kind of understand what life is like on the other end. We want to paint a picture, right? Whenever you see sort of like health related and fitness, nutritional related things, how do they sell it? They show you how healthy and fit and fit people are after taking the program, right? So do you have, number one, examples from your own clients, testimonials and examples of buildings that they have and how the process was like working with you, and now what is life like for them? Now they have 15 tenants in a commercial real estate building and it's become the best investment they've ever made in their life. I want to help you achieve the same thing. After working with me, I can help you find the location and the property that makes sense for you to help you increase or add another income stream into your business. And I want to make the process as easy as possible, if that makes sense. So language about the future of what it's like after I start working with you or after we start working together would be really cool. I do need testimony. Cool. Yeah, that's something that I was looking for, because and a testimony kind of here as well. Here, where you are asking people to have a consultation call with you, would be a great place to include some testimonials as well, because this is where, it makes people feel a little bit more safe and secure about the conversation that they're about to have. And again, remember, in and around this spot where we're asking people to have a consultation call with us, we want to have people feel comfortable with this and to know exactly what to expect. Sorry, Pat, everyone gotta go. I'm fasting today and this time to have it. See you soon. See you, Asma. Hope to see you on the perhaps live stream a little bit later on Twitch. Fantastic. Oh my God, love the light up keyboard. Do I have a light up keyboard? Oh, I do. I do have a light up keyboard. Back there, right? That's the one you're talking about? Sorry if that's a distraction. Forgot to turn off the computer. Cool. So hopefully that helps, Tondalea, but overall, you have all the pieces here. We just need to kind of fit everything together. And again, I think the biggest thing is like, let's paint a picture of what life might be like after working with you. So hopefully that helps. Thank you all for today. Looking forward to seeing the edits, Tondalea, and thank you for being on the chopping block today. Urban Chickadoodle, thank you to you as well. House of Dictionary and Charlie Prangley, you're all amazing, and thank you so much for the time today. I hope this was helpful. Really, really good. I love the mix today of different kinds of stuff. I think we all learned a lot, and I think that hopefully this is information that you can use moving forward. Make sure to subscribe on Twitch if you haven't already. If you want to see what this looks like, in fact, here's where you want to go. You want to go to twitch.tv/hotcoalsonly. My son picked that name. And you'll see my son and I up there. Trying to look all hardcore for some reason. Anyway, we got 130 followers here. We play games together. We have fun. My daughter gets in on it too. And we might play a new game today. But if you'd like to subscribe and come say hi to the family, we'd love to invite you in. Twitch.tv/hotcoalsonly. We're probably going to stream around 1 p.m., maybe a little bit closer to 2. We'll see. But it'll be after lunch here on the West Coast of the United States. But great. I'm glad this was helpful. Thank you so much for your time today. I appreciate you. Again, sorry I'm not able to get to everybody. Charlie, our special guest today, unbeknownst to me, super thankful that you showed up. And again, we need to chat and catch up, Charlie, because it's been way too long. But I appreciate you so much, and I appreciate everybody here. Make sure to come in tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, which means we chill, just a little bit more relaxed, Q&A. We put on some nice lounge music, and we get our coffee going, and we just kind of sit, have fun, and answer some questions. Whatever questions you might have, other than what's your credit card number and home address. Other than that, everything's up for grabs, and I appreciate you for your time today. Have an amazing weekend. Stay safe. If you're a teacher or you know a teacher, let's show some love and support. Thank you so much for what you do as a teacher. I know times are crazy right now. My kids are going back to school next week, so it's like, hey, I'm thinking very, very deeply about just how much teachers are putting into this upcoming school year, honestly, with hardly any return monetarily for the extra effort. So I want to put a spotlight on the teachers this week and thank all of you and teachers that you might have. Like, let's show them some love and support this week. And yeah, I appreciate you. Mike's Home ESL, thank you so much. And for being here, and it's great to see the family here. Looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. Just Samson, K-Walk, Peasant, Shonda, Dove, Grandma Goody. You're all amazing. Lewis, I appreciate you. Anyway, take care. Peace out. And as always, Team Flynn for the win.
This is the income stream to help you achieve your dream, all while we keep it clean. This is the income stream. It's the kind of show where you can come and go, but then you leave inspired with no fee required. The income stream with Pat Flynn.
This is so I don't know why I grabbed this. This is an ice light. It's on a switch pod, by the way, and I use this to add the little key light behind me. Anyway, I love y'all. Thank you so much for your time today. Appreciate you. And as always, Team Flynn for the win. See you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Eastern. Bruh. Peace out, y'all.